Hey guys, this is Lauren and we are in Gilda, the Gold Gratitude van. I'm here with my friend ORSHI.
Hello.
Who is well known with mindfulness, health, happiness, and I wanted to sit and ideate with her and share some information on breakups and kind of like the key roles in moving forward and coming to the conclusion of fuck it, let's get through it. So, ORSHI, what are some of the ways that we can get through breakups if we're going through something like that?
Well, if the breakup just happened, I think one thing to keep in mind is to literally take it 1 hour at a time.
Like not even one day at a time?
Not even day, like 1 hour.
Like 1 millisecond
of
an hour.
Let me just focus on this 1 hour. Like, let me try to make myself feel good in this hour, because usually when there's a lot of shock and drama to the nervous system, you can't figure it all out, and that's going to cause you to stress out even more. So what you want to do is literally just 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, and then just slowly increase it and try to bring yourself back to your body and feel it and show up for yourself.
Yeah. So with showing up for yourself, I mean, I think there's been so many times I've been in a relationship and I've walked out of it thinking I could have done so much. What do we do in those times when we're in a relationship and we like walk away carrying all the weight of it, thinking that we could make it better? Like, do we go back into those relationships? Do we try to salvage them? Like, what do we do? Like, I thought I was enough. Like, how do I get back in my power? There's, you know, like when you walk away from such an exhausting circle, a rotation of arguments, even though both of you love each other, it's like, how do you know that you're going to be whole?
Well, you're always going to be okay. And I think instead of trying to, back to the last point, instead of trying to figure it all out, it's literally coming back to yourself and staying grounded, feeling it all, and trying to go back to who you are. But that comes over time. So I think the first thing is literally to, instead of trying to figure who did what, where did it go wrong, what could I have done better, and like those are going to come later, but for right now, like literally just try to process and regulate your feelings in a way where you are not being destructive, and channeling it in a way where you are diving into self-care, because that is the only thing you should be diving into. It's not tequila or chlamydia. It's diving into self-care in a way where you're doing the things that are actually going to make you feel better, and because you're going to feel like shit no matter what. So while processing your emotions and regulating them, part of self-care is to not constantly reach out and absorb, is to really just look inside and reflect, but trying to come from a place of, what do I need? How can I take care of myself now? And whether it's reaching out to friends or going for a walk, you know, joining the living people instead of thinking you're dead and like locking yourself inside your apartment. It's literally like, what do I need right now? And making sure that you're being mindful of not going to alcohol, drugs, and, you know, partying all night could be fun for a weekend, but then you're back to where you were before. So
you have to come back down to reality. So
instead of prolonging your healing, how can I heal now?
Yeah.
And it's gonna suck anyway. So how do I make it a little bit more easy on myself?
Yeah, and I know for me, like one of the like, if you're sitting at home and you're watching this and you're thinking like, well, how do I start with self-care? How do I start? What do I do? Like, for me, it's been in gratitude. I just find ways to acknowledge the gratitude that I have, and that's been my self-care. Like, I don't know what you would recommend, but
I mean, you can be grateful and angry at the same time, so that's
there's not enough space inside this little place.
That's definitely a good
Yeah,
place to start.
right?
So, and also, I mean, there's mixed feelings or mixed approaches towards this, because I actually was reading about this today, and one approach is to literally, if it's a breakup, we were talking about breakup, right?
Yeah.
So if it's a breakup, one approach is to literally write down everything that sucked so bad, like all the negatives. So you just like literally get it all out.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like carry all that weight.
Yeah.
And then another approach is to write all the good stuff. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, but actually it doesn't make any difference. It's all gonna suck, but it's just it's literally so that you channel it somehow. Like, that energy needs to come out of your body. So what I did, I wrote a letter that I never sent.
Yeah.
That's very therapeutic, because there's so many things that are not said. There's so many things of like what you could have done, and instead of walking around with all this information in your head, all this questioning and wondering,
Yeah.
you can, all it really needs is a place to live. So on paper somewhere, and once it's out, odds are you're not going to care if you ever send it or not.
I love that. All it needs is a place to live.
Yeah.
So get it out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it somewhere else to hide and hibernate, and get it out of you so you can move forward. That's essential in self-care, and definitely like one of the best ways that you can show yourself that you're there for you. Yeah.
Yeah. And just really being back in your body, because as great as it sounds to, and it's amazing to meditate every morning, when you're so upset and you're really just processing things, I think the best thing to do is to exercise, to literally get it out of your body. Like they say, like the body keeps the score, so that stuck energy will catch up to you. It's going to manifest in pain and aches. So keep your body moving. The odds are you're going to feel better. Going outside for a walk, trying to literally be as active as you can, even if you totally don't feel like it, it's going to help you shift that energy.
Yeah, getting out into nature, like for me, I found mountains really therapeutic. Some places don't have mountains, so you just get out into wilderness, swim laps is always good. I find that really refreshing. Wim Hof has a video, and he talks about breathing exercises and how we have to disconnect the physical from the emotional. So he suggests jumping into ice cold water, shocking yourself for a nice reset, right? And that's been really liberating, and I for one find it super helpful. I'll have to send that to you, but we can start just jumping in ice cold water.
That.
Fuck it, let's get through it together. So if you guys have questions about breakups, ORSHI and I are going to try to meet once a week to talk about these things, because I've learned that like women are going through things, and because women tend to like take care of each other individually, they don't want to talk about things. And this is a forum where we can talk about things. Let's just talk about them. Like, fuck it. Let's get through it. Okay, so follow ORSHI. She's on Instagram at
ORSHI WREN. ORSHIWREN.
Okay, see you guys next time.